कैसे हैं दोस्तों। एक बहुत ही बड़ी चीज़ है ये जो आज हो रही है। लगभग 3 साल पहले जब यूरो 2020 चल रहा था, जून 2021 की बात है, मैंने रेगुलरली कंटेंट बनाना शुरू किया था। और बहुत ही अच्छी जर्नी रही है ये अभी तक लेके तब से। और मैंने सोचा नहीं था कि 3 साल के बाद मुझे एक बैलन डोर विनर से गुफ्तगू करने का मौका मिलेगा। माइकल ओवन से हमने बातचीत की। माइकल ओवन से 10 मिनट हमको बात करने का मौका मिला, विच इज़ एन एब्सोल्युटली अमेजिंग थिंग। और मैंने कभी भी नहीं सोचा था सपने में कि ऐसा कुछ हो सकता है। तो थैंक यू टू ईच एंड एवरी वन ऑफ़ यू। तो माइकल ओवन से बात की है, यूरो की थोड़ी सी गुफ्तगू की है, टॉप 8 में उनको क्या लगता है क्या होगा। तो हियर इट इज़।
Hi, Michael. How are you?
I'm very good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. It's like the feeling is absolutely surreal, to be honest. Like I've seen you growing up, and getting a chance to talk to you. It's absolutely unbelievable. Thank you so much for the time.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Thank you, Michael, for taking the time out. It's an absolute honor and a privilege to get a chance to talk to you. So let's get straight into it. I have to ask you this. What was it like to hold that beautiful Ballon d'Or trophy? What was it like to win the Ballon d'Or when you won it way back in 2001?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, great achievement. Very thankful to have had that in my career. I must admit, when I won it, of course I was pleased, of course I was proud, but it didn't mean as much to me then as it does now. I think when you're in the middle of your career, you win something, you do something, and it's all about, the next day is we've got another game, another trophy to win, another, you win the FA Cup, you want to win it again next year, you win the Ballon d'Or, I need to win it again next year. So you never really, as a player, you never really rest and you never really look at it and think, oh, this was fantastic. It's move to the side, do it again, move to the side, do it again. So now in my life, I love it. I mean, I see it in my house, I see it around. It's a trophy that is so iconic. I'm very proud of it, more so now than I was when I won it.
Yes, definitely. Huge achievement. Okay, so Euros are into the last eight. We have the quarterfinals lined up. There is a lot of pressure around England. Like, how important is it for a country like England, where the clubs win a lot of stuff when it comes to European football? But collectively, as a country, as England, how important is it for them to win that international trophy now because of the pressure? And you also felt the pressure of that.
Yeah, I mean, it's big pressure. Obviously, the pressure is on England probably more than any team. Not England, but from around the world. I mean, I guess, people in India like England because they're familiar with some of the players. You go all over Asia, everybody seems to support England because obviously everybody watches the Premier League and they're more familiar with the players. So the pressure feels like it's a huge one on England. Always has been and always will be. Even if we won the European Championships this year, we will go to the World Cup with huge pressure in 2 years' time. That's just norm. That's just the norm. However, you could argue that it affects our players. That huge pressure. I mean, we were 30 seconds away from going out of the European Championships. If we had gone out, the criticism. Oh my word, the criticism would have been huge on the manager, on the players, on English football, on everything. So the pressure is big. I would say bigger than anywhere probably in the world, and it can take its toll on players as well. We've had some great teams over the years that haven't won big trophies, but that's sometimes also to do with the opposition because there's other great teams around in the world. I mean, in my generation, we had France, who were just incredible. Brazil were incredible. Spain were European and world champions. We had some great teams against us. So yes, there's pressure, but there's pressure on others as well.
Yes, and talking about England only, how do you assess England's performances so far and your honest opinion on Gareth Southgate, because a lot has been spoken about him as a manager?
Yeah, well, it's quite simple to see for everybody to see, isn't it? We've had 4 games and we've been very poor in all 4 games. The hard thing is to try to envisage. I mean, if we played 1 game and we were poor, I'd be still, oh, look at this. We're in a really good side. We'll draw Switzerland in the quarterfinals. If we win that, it's Turkey or Netherlands. we should be going to the final here. But it's very hard to ignore playing 4 games and thinking we played poor. Why now are we going to play better? What do we have to change an awful lot to play better? Or this is the worry for England fans now, that we played 4 games and we've not been good enough. And if we play the same as we've played, again, Switzerland will knock us out. We can't play so bad and win again. So it's a big worry. The only good thing, is we do know, you know, I know, the world knows that England are better than what they've been showing the first 4 games. So there is the potential for improvement, but we need to see it, and we need to see it quickly, because we haven't seen it in 4 games so far.
And what can the manager do differently?
Well, the manager can obviously be a little bit more positive. I was very worried before the tournament started about what we're seeing now. I don't like our system. I don't like our formation. I don't think any successful team in the Premier League that plays with a back 4 also has 2 sitting central midfielders. You look at, you know, Arsenal, you look at Liverpool, you look at Manchester United, you look at every team, virtually every team, and they all play with 1 number 6. Manchester United normally play with 2, but, you know, Endo plays for Liverpool as number 6. Rodri plays for Manchester City as a number 6. You know, you don't need 2 players in that position. Declan Rice is more than capable of playing that position, because if we have 2, we have 1 goalkeeper, we have 4 defenders, we have 2 sitting midfielders. All of a sudden, we have 7 defensive players and 4 attacking players. Well, when you consider our squad as our best players, our strong point of our squad is our attack. You know, we've got question marks about our goalkeeper. We've got question marks about our defenders. Some of them are suspended. Some of them are injured. That's where we're weakest. So if we put more attacking players, we keep the ball more in their half. We don't encourage people to defend against us. So, I mean, to answer your question, I think the big answer is for Gareth Southgate to be more positive and use our better players, get more of our better players in our team.
Okay, the next question it's a bit of a hypothetical question. Current English team versus the 2006 English team. Who would have won the game?
2006.
I also think so. It was a crazy team.
Yeah, I mean,
you guys would have smashed it.
Yeah, I
so.
can't quite think of the team in 2006, to be honest. I remember my generation, but I think, with all due respect, I mean, I watched Rio Ferdinand do something similar the other day. Somebody asked him. I think Kyle Walker is a great right back, and I think he probably would have got into our team. But apart from that, there's no arguments at all that Rio Ferdinand, John Terry, Sol Campbell, you know, there's no argument they're the best. Our left back, Ashley Cole, was the best in the world. No argument about those. There's no argument that Steven Gerrard is better than anybody in this team. Paul Scholes, Frank Lampard, David Beckham, you know, Harry Kane or Wayne Rooney.
I'll go in.
There's 2 or 3.
Wayne Rooney is a legend.
I think that. But there's 2 or 3 positions that you could maybe say, there's one position that, yes, okay, the right back now is probably the best. The rest is it's not even an argument.
Yeah, I also agree with that. Okay, one current player in the current England squad that you would have loved to play with in your prime days, like who would have complemented your style? A player in the current England squad.
Well, we haven't seen enough of him, but I just absolutely love Cole Palmer. I think Cole Palmer is he's had the most incredible season for Chelsea. He is so skillful, he scores goals, he's got great vision, he can see a pass. I think Cole Palmer has been so underused in this tournament. I would have loved to have played with him. And if we go out of this tournament against Switzerland and he's a substitute again, seeing that he's played whatever a handful of minutes in this tournament will be just, wow. He's so talented, and we need to find a way of playing him.
Yes, I completely agree with you because I'm a Chelsea fan, so I agree with you on that point.
He's one of the bright sparks in your season, or the only bright spark.
Yes, definitely. I don't know where we would have been without him. Okay, so the player of the tournament for you so far, I know it's quite difficult to pick one player. What 2 or 3 players that have impressed you the most till now?
Well, I think Spain have probably been the most eye-catching performers. They've been really dominant in all the games that they've played. Obviously, some very good players in there. I think Rodri is just so important. Having the best player in the world in that position, but being in a big position, right in the middle of the pitch, he just dominates. He's so big, and so I think Rodri is an incredible player. So I think he's been really important. Before the tournament started, I thought Musiala was going to be the player of the tournament. I thought Germany might have a really good run, being the home nation, being a good team themselves, and I've been impressed with Musiala. So far, I think Musiala would be one of the best players in the tournament as well. England have obviously been quite poor. Nobody really. France have been quite quiet as well. Portugal have been good. I've enjoyed watching Portugal play. Their attacking players of Bernardo Silva and Bruno Fernandes, of course, Ronaldo has been a bit quiet, but he's still a great player. Jota's not been used too much, but they've got so many attacking players. Pepe at the back has been. what about their goalkeeper? It was the real of the show. But I think if I had to pick one at the moment, the player of the moment, I'd probably go with Musiala.
Okay, so that's the time that we have right now. So thank you so much, Michael, for your time, and it was a lovely experience talking to you. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Great to meet you.
Thank you.
तो ये था पूरा कॉन्वर्सेशन. अनफॉर्चुनेटली 10 मिनट ही थे हमारे पास, और कैसे निकल गया 10 मिनट मुझे समझ नहीं आया. बट माइकल ओवन, जिनको बचपन से खेलते हुए देखा है, पंडितरी करते हैं आजकल, और टीवी पे ही देखा है जिनको हमेशा से, तो बहुत ही अनबिलीवेबल और एक सररियल एक्सपीरियंस है ये. और यूरो से उनकी बातचीत करने का मौका मिला मुझे, तो सो थैंकफुल एंड ग्रेटफुल टू ईच एंड एवरी वन ऑफ यू, जिसकी वजह से ये सब पॉसिबल हो रहा है. और आप लोग इतना प्यार दे रहे हैं, तभी हम इस मकाम तक आ पा रहे हैं कि इतनी बड़ी हस्तियों से हमें बात करने का मौका मिल रहा है. यूरो पे और इंग्लैंड पे उनके क्या विचार हैं, उसकी बात की हमने उनसे. तो यूरो से याद आया दोस्तों, डोंट फॉरगेट टू कैच द UEFA यूरो 2024 ऑन सोनी लिव ऐप. सोनी लिव ऐप पे आपको एक कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव व्यूइंग एक्सपीरियंस मिलेगा UEFA यूरो 2024 का. उसमें आपको स्टार कैम, डगआउट कैम जैसे फीचर्स मिलेंगे, जिससे आप बहुत क्लोजली फॉलो कर सकते हैं मैच को. उसके अलावा स्टैट्स, हाइलाइट्स, एक्सपर्ट एनालिसिस, जो भी आपको एक्शन चाहिए रिगार्डिंग यूरो 2024, सब कुछ आपको मिलेगा ओनली ऑन द सोनी लिव ऐप. डाउनलोड कीजिए सोनी लिव ऐप और पाइए एक कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव व्यूइंग एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ यूरो 2024. चलिए फिर मिलता हूँ आपसे जल्दी. जब तक ध्यान रखिए अपना. टेक केयर एंड पीस.